Hey, good evening, good afternoon, good morning, wherever you are. Welcome to another stream of game development. And I'm building the game Outranked. So for those not familiar with this yet, I will put some links in the chat later to learn about what I'm building here. Basically, I will show this little page here. Hey! Oh, that's the wrong one. Haha. That's actually our website. I wanted to go to. I have not linked the redirect properly. I wanted to go to outranked.net, but it only works when you type HTTPS, I think. Anyway, Outranked.net, just a simple landing page to have links to all the stores and a super quick explanation. I also put it on Giant Bomb just now. I also requested a wiki on Gamepedia. I'm not sure if that came through yet. I didn't see anything about it. I'm not going to open my mail here on stream, I guess. But so here it is. Yes. So outranked.net, there's a little simple landing page with like links to all the stores and also a Discord, which is a community Discord. It's open, so that's you can go there to go to any of those things. Though the App Store and Play Store links will not take you anywhere yet. They will probably take you to some error page or something, because they have been started, those pages, but only when when we publish the actual game, it will definitely be like reachable there. Hey, hello everybody, nice to see you back, and nice to see some new people as well. That's nice. Cool. Let's see now. Okay, so that's one thing. The other thing is on Steam. I mean, I can show it in my Steam client. Oh, geez. Well, a typo in the YouTube thumbnail. No, that's not really a problem. I'm pretty sure that nobody will mind. If there was a typo here, that would be a little bit more of a problem, but nobody's really going here anyway yet. Unless it is to add to wish list, but I guess that anyone who comes here now would have heard it from us, and they would be able to go to the Discord and get a beta key so that they can actually help us test this game, which will be, well, soon. This is not really, I mean, it shows a little bit of what the game could be. Thing is, it will be battles. Well, there will be more environment than this, of course, and two teams, maybe even 3 or 4 teams. Let's see how far we get at the start. I did some UI for that now already, but basically 2 teams running against each other to capture the flag of the opposing team and bring it back. But in this case, in this game, it's like Stratego. You have ranks. If you encounter another player, you can attack them, tag them. And if you have a higher rank, you win. If you don't, you will lose your rank, and you have to get back to your base to get a new rank to be able to play again, which will probably show as being killed and being a ghost, something like that. That's why I did this screenshot with the guy on the floor there. So then you go get a new rank. You get a new rank, and you go on into the field, and then you've got some information which shows there about the opponents. And then there still has to be some kind of avatar of like which player has which rank. As soon as you know that, then you can go for more strategy, and or you could just run for the flag with all your people. The idea is that it could be complete chaos if you play with 10 people, or you could actually go for a lot of strategy. Depends on the team or what the occasion of playing it is. So basically, this is a super simple idea, but it is multiplayer, so the hard part is getting the servers to run and making sure that in case it would be popular at some point, it doesn't drop out. which is the reason that we went to Amazon. So Amazon Web Services has a nice thing called GameLift. It's a service that actually, that's not really anything relevant here. Well, it's hosting for games, and you can easily scale and get new sessions and have it launch new servers whenever needed and wind them down automatically. There's also some matchmaking process in there, but we don't need it for this game. This is going to be the, let's say, the Jackbox way. Somebody starts a game, they get a code, they share it with others, and then the others type the same code and get into the same game, just like Among Us, just like some other games do. Idea here would be that you are going to join the game with some friends, and that's it. All right. I have to sign in. I'm gonna do that over here. Bloop, bloop, bloop. Yes, multi-factor authentication. That's weird. Let's do that. It's a pain, but I think it's a good idea, especially for servers. And there it is. I think I'm in now. Should it be? Yes. So basically, this is our console, and there's builds here and fleets and aliases. Last time where did I stop? I think I had the build uploaded. I hadn't created a fleet yet. Maybe I did, but I definitely didn't get as far as making an alias and then also making a queue. Well, there's a lot of things that you have to do there. For those interested, you have to create an alias to make sure that your program, your client side, can always run that ID no matter what fleets you create. And you can create a queue to make sure that you can put clients into the right server, also for their location. So you can that's best latency queue. It will automatically assign the best server to a new game based on the latency of the players. Well, and in this game it would be player, because one person will start the game and then it will already be running on a server. Though I am actually a little bit still in doubt whether to maybe put that on the in-between server. Let me see if I can get that page here that explains Amazon GameLift client server model or something. I think that's it. Yes. So this is basically what will go on. There's a game. That's the thing we're building. And then there's a server, which is also has like the game but without graphics, basically. It's very simply put. Then there's Amazon GameLift, which creates sessions for like boots up servers, copies the server runtime there, and scales it up and down, etc. The clients would have to connect directly to a server, so the GameLift service will provide the addresses to your client service, which is something that I put on our server. I made a simple API using Node.js. That is this. I can't get it on one page, but the idea of this would be that there's a function to request a new session. It's basically calling just one thing of the GameLift API. It calls start game session placement, which means tell me where my game can run, something like that. And down here, I'm making a server, an HTTPS server on a specific port, and that has that you can call create on. And if you do create, you have to give it number of players, a game ID, creator, created data, and more things. And for instance, the latency. So you ping a number of servers that you know are running, and then you give them latencies. It's not that it does it magically for you. And then basically that's just some SSL stuff there. It will listen on that port and will that's actually basically doing this this part. The game client will ask the game service, can I please start a new game? The game service will tell GameLift, there's a client who wants to run a new game. GameLift starts up a server. The server tells GameLift, okay, I've started. GameLift knows the IP address, tells it to our server, which can then tell the client, you can connect to this and this IP, and then the game knows which server it has to connect to. I hope that made sense. It took me a couple of hours to figure all this out, so if this somehow, somewhere doesn't make sense to someone, please let me know, then I'll try to explain better. But so far I see only one hardcore coder here now, so I'm not sure actually. Let's see. So this is some hardcore stuff, I guess, but once you understand the flow, it's not that hard to do if you know about all those bits. Yeah, so if you're watching this and you think, well, I would want to do this, but I really don't know how to do the server side or something, just send me a message and I might be able to help. Actually also thinking about maybe starting a online game development course from A to Z, like everything, but that's future stuff, I guess. So this bit is just the server in between that gives out sessions, but then I started thinking about how can I use the I'll just start that now. How can I use this server that has been launched to the max, like maximum, using the capacity of the server maximally? So without actually reading up on how multiplayer games tend to do this, I started like designing what would be the ideal way to get a server to run as many games as possible without using like too much CPU. And I thought about like, okay, let's just like TNet has the opportunity to do, load a lot of games, maybe even into the same scene. It might sound weird, but if you think about it, the server scene doesn't even have a camera. I couldn't even show it to you. It's nothing. I mean, put the gizmos on, I put the grid on, but that's it. There's nothing in here. So what it would do, it would spawn everything that the client would spawn, but without the graphics, without anything that it doesn't need to run the gameplay. So there's no input on this side, there's no graphics, there's no animations running, stuff like that. So what I'm gonna do is either, if I would use the Unity physics, which is Box 2D, or NVIDIA PhysX for 2D or 3D, if I'd use that, then I would make all kinds of different layers, so that like I would have, let's go to the game test scene. I'll have those people, the actual players that would be in there, and then they would run around and do stuff. But if I would run another game and there would be like this, they would not have any interaction with each other, that's fine, as long as they know that they're in a different group or a different game. So that could work just by giving them a different layer number, because you can add 32 layers. Well, you can actually add 24, but that would work to not have them interact with each other. And if you keep the logic separated as well, you'd only have to run one version of the engine, of Unity engine itself, which is a bit of overhead because it takes some memory, it takes some CPU overall, and I think that is a way to go. Then I started reading up on how games actually do this, and it turns out that this is indeed kind of the way that big games do as well. If you can run multiple sessions, in one process. Then the next thing, I started thinking about what to do with the physics. So basically, I'm not going to want to run them to run around in an empty field. So we'll need some obstacles. So next thing we'd have to do is to think about, okay, what do we need to run those obstacles? Well, running a full physics engine for only some simple like square or round, I think probably most round and side bits collisions seems like a bit of an overkill, and I think it would be. And also there's a problem with client-side prediction, so the client and the server being giving exactly the same results because of floating point issues and so, etc. That's not a major issue, but the thing that is an issue is that you would want the player to show the other players in a different time. So on the time they last received from the server. It's a little bit complex, but once I start doing it, I hope it makes sense. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to update, and when I update every fixed frame, because I don't want to run it on graphics frames, all the updates on the server are not going to have anything to do with graphics, so I'm just going to run on the fixed update 100 times per second, and the fixed update will also count updates ticks, so that will just be 100 is a second, as simple as that. If it can't keep up with that, then the game will slow down, and that's fine. Like then, if you know that the game slowed down, then you know that you need to put less stress on the server. So basically what I'm going to do first now is set up that specific code for updating. Let's start a new script. I'll start a script that is game time, I think I'm going to call it, because there's already time in Unity, but let's call this game time. And the only thing game time does is count fixed updates so that I can get the number of seconds and stuff. Lose all this, just have fixed update in here, and then there is a int called ticks, and I would have a getter and a private setter, so that I will it will start with 0, of course. Let's just say awake, it starts at 0 just to be sure, and then every fixed update I simply increase ticks. So basically what I'm doing here, this could go up, like int can go up to as you can, like it's 2 to the power of, oh, hold on, what, oh, scientific please, yes, that still doesn't have it, what, there we go, 2 to the power, oh god, 2 to the power of 32 bits. So this amount, let's divide it by 100, then we know for how many seconds the game will run before I have a problem. All right, so that's 42 million seconds. Okay, so how many minutes is that? So many minutes, which means that a game session could run for 1100, well, let's divide it by the number of hours in a day. Okay, so basically a game could run for almost 2 years without having a problem counting these ticks. So I'm fine with using int for that. Basically I could just say now number of seconds or whatever, but I'll leave it at this for now. Yeah, no, let's just do it. Seconds get would give me ticks divided by 100. That's simple. All right. So those are the number of ticks that we had. Now I'm thinking maybe Unity does this already. Just now, because I haven't done anything like this. Time.ticks. Do we have anything? No. Okay, good. So it doesn't do that. So what I'm doing now, I've got my own representation of time, but it is in whole numbers, number of ticks. This ticks thing is actually a timestamp that I can use for communicating the position and rotation and input and everything that I communicate to the server, because the server and the client will both have these things in there. They will just run them. Let's think. I should just put them on a separate game object. Scenes here. Server scene. Network logic. Let's put it with that. Game time. And then also in the client scene. I'm already running, by the way, my real-time sync for both. Whoa! Yes, both Unities that I have open here, so that I can do some development on this one and just run to clients. Let's see. That's Steam Manager. No, never look at it. Here as well. So there's game time. All right. So both server and client just count fixed updates. To make sure that my fixed update rate, where there? Fixed time step. That's at 50. I'll put that at 100. Frame rate independent. Yes. That should be it. All right, so basically I'll have 100 of those updates per second, and that will allow me to do the logic on the server at a specific time, send to the client at what game time they actually are syncing that specific thing, and then the client will know, and especially the server will know from the client, okay, I've done this at that time, will I actually hit something or not? This is much more important when you're making a like a high action game, but it also it can also be a good thing to do anyway. And I'm also practicing a little bit because we've got a high action game on Steam already called Soccer Nations Battle, and that one I want to also get in multiplayer in. And that will be quite a lot harder. Let's see. Next, what is the handy thing to do? Because the server will need to spawn multiple like sessions. Hold on. So for TNet, that means those things are already split, because we could get a channel ID here in TNet. So I'm actually gonna look up. Can I look this up? ID of the channel. It's an int. How high can it go? Ta-da-dum, ta-da-dum. Channel ID, it's just int. That means that we can have shitload of channels. Well, I don't think we can run that many games on one server, but let's just keep up a test. This will need like live testing on the servers to see how many servers, how many games I can run on one server before it, well, crashes or actually just starts underperforming. That is going to be another topic. I may not even do that on stream, but we will definitely also do this when we go to beta test. Talking about beta test, let me just send the Discord invite here into the stream. Hey Erwin, how are you doing? I'm going into some pretty exciting server stuff here. You probably will enjoy this. So this is the Discord for, I know some of you are already there, but this is a Discord for Outranked. And you can get a beta key there so you can help us test. And then afterwards you will own the game instead of paying for it. Yes. Yes, it should be nice. Let's see. Where was my train of thought here? I was gonna see how many games I can spawn on a single server, but now I also have to keep the logic for every object separate. So do these objects, a character for instance, do they know about their channel? So probably the TN object knows about its channel. And then there was one thing that I was doing, like, yes, channel ID. Oh, there was one thing I was doing last time. Yeah, that's fine. So that's actually the channel ID is the game number on the server. So that way we can run a shitload of games on the same server until it's just like at its capacity, and we'll be still paying the same to Amazon, which is a good thing, of course. Right now I'll just test all this locally. I'm not gonna bother with uploading new builds. One thing I do have to say here, that last time I think I was looking at building the server version, and I was making a Linux build, and I saw that I can use IL2CPP, which now I can use, fortunately. There is a sysroot toolchain. This is the thing that we saw last time, and I found no. I'll show this for you, Erwin. I just shown that before. This is the way that the game communicates. There's a specific server bit that you need to build to have your game client actually spawn servers, and the service will give back the IP address so you can actually connect to the specific server that your game spawned on. I was looking at oh damn, the Unity. I found it, the Linux toolchain package, preview. Here we go. Yes, so after a bit of searching, I found this, that IL2CPP is supported on Linux by adding this bit, this package. So I can actually add this using the package manager, and then I can build a Linux server build that is super performant. Oh, here I could do this. Does it work? No. Hold on. They said what? Yeah. But okay, then typing the name of the package. So hold on, it says here that I have to do that. You can add them by clicking the plus, select add package from Git URL, and then typing the name of the package as listed. Maybe I shouldn't use the add thing. Let's see. There. New. That's interesting. Maybe that doesn't work right now. Okay, so basically, I would be able to build using IL2CPP, just don't know right now why this sysroot toolchain is not found. Oh, hold on, it is importing. Okay, well, apparently that interface didn't do what I thought it would, but it is now actually extracting a sysroot, which means it will have all the files that it needs from a Linux build to compile a Linux binary, and that is great. All right, let's now talk about and do the multiple games per instance. So the first thing I did is set up my own timing. That's just to make sure that the game can talk about timing in a in the same way, so that the server and the client will talk about the frame and not about anything else. What needs to be said there is that any game will have a start time. So the specific channel ID will have a starting time, which is the offset that the game will have, the server will have from the client, and somehow we'll need to sync that. The only thing we have so far that is, let's go, that's not ours, that's not ours. This is ours, yes. The only thing that we have now is sending the move target, which is a tap, or sending, well, we don't even send that yet. No, we just log the input. So, but by now it's just, at this point, it's just a target tap. We send a target tap, but then we also want to send the always game time. Maybe actually set target. Yeah, I will always send the game time dot ticks. Oh, and I now realize that I didn't make that static. Right. So I'm always sending the game ticks. Right now I'm not doing anything on the RFC side. The thing is, will I actually want to do this? No. Okay, so something else that's changing now. What I was doing before is client authoritative. So the client would just say, I'm sending my position to the server, and the server would just not do anything with it, but it would just basically send it to all the other clients without looking at it. So that's different. So target would be the server. Host. No. What? Echo the packet to the room's host. I'm probably thinking that's administrators, all, everyone in the room. Ah, yeah, okay. So let's look at what happens if I do host. I'm pretty sure that will be the server at this point, but as this can also be used for peer-to-peer, that's why they call it host, I think. In this case, that would be the server, and so at the server it would send that thing, and then the server would send the actual checked information. Is that true? Yes. So let's just do it very simply for now. I'm going to add another remote function call. I don't know if I can do 4 or 5. This is not so super handy. I'll start an enum. Where will I start this enum? I will start it here. Public enum RFCs. and I will just number them. Reserved 0, 1, 2. We started at 3, right? It's 3 and it's 4. Okay. Reserved 1, reserved 2, and after that I don't care if they stay the same all the time. I'm just gonna, oh, I do actually care, because if I want to be backward compatible at some point, I will want to, so then I actually don't need to do this. That is set target, send target, and that is send position, so I don't need to do this. Send target would be 3. Broadcast target. So I'm basically going to do, let me try to explain it in a diagram. Well, no, let's not do this. Let's just start a simple diagram here. Lucid chart, is it? Yeah. I think I have an account here. Let me just check. All right. Yes. Got a new diagram here. Whoa, that's slow. Okay, there we go. No thanks. So basically, let me just start. So we've got the client, and then we have the server, and then we have other clients. And basically, when one client updates its position, it sends it to the server, and then the server sends that to the other clients. That's just the way we want it to work. So what this server sends back is also to the client itself, so that it can correct anything that is not that doesn't correspond anymore to what it knows. So basically the server corrects everything. The server keeps the main model. Let's call it this. This is the game state, and then no, and then all clients have their own copy of the game state. Let's not do this. Let's just try. Can I duplicate? Whoa, no. Can I copy paste? Yes. Right. So each client has their own version of the game state, which gets updated, but the server's game state is the one that is leading. So a client will send a command to the server, and only after it comes back, it will update the local client's game state. The client will, and that's what's called client-side prediction, the client will already take action like showing a person that, for instance, if it's a shooter, you will see the shot. Then it will get sent to the server and be checked if it's actually possible that you hit that thing that you apparently hit, and then it will update. So if something was wrong, then it would show you that the shot actually failed. But in general terms, if nobody hacks stuff, this should go right. So basically, I'm at the point now where I'm sending. So let's just say this is a, where's my color there? This is a send, and this is a broadcast. So I will have these send and broadcast things all the time. So send means it goes to the server, and broadcast means the server will tell the other clients what the actual result was. So what also gets sent to the other clients is the input of all the other clients. So basically every client runs their own simulation with all the input from all the players, but the server also sends updates for all the positions and stuff like that to make sure that it's all synced. Hope I'm gonna still make sense. Right, so this is send target. That's the first thing I did here. Send target. I will actually change this. So this is RFCs dot send target, so that I can use that. Can I not just use that? So that's going to be int. Oh, nice. Spam. I don't know if you, Tom or Marise, are now watching, but maybe you could block this person and get rid of that message. This is a bit of a shame. Can I have a... Oh, this is a C# looking up something. Can I do enum implicit cast to int? Oh, yeah, makes sense. Yep, okay. I have to cut typecast. That's a bit of a shame. But still I will use it, because this way I will avoid ever declaring the same number. Yeah, okay, well. I will do this later. Well, void broadcast. Target. Actually thinking about the following thing, that for some things that are like input, I could actually do this. I could do this immediately. That's weird. Yes. Because there I can... Okay, so I'll have two different types. Hold on. I'll do this. Whoop. This will be blue. Ha, good. Yeah. Thanks. Another one. This would be... Whoa, interesting shape there. This would be that. So the blue lines now represent something like input that you can just broadcast to the other clients. And I'm also thinking I should add another one here, because this one also should be sent there. Yes. So now we have three types. The red line represents something that is sent to just the server, because it's like a... Maybe it doesn't even need to send that. Yes. So this means that I'm sending something to the server that needs to be verified, and those blue things are just sent to everyone to update their local game state. And the server will send stuff as well, and that will be real updates, like the position and whether something dies or not. That's what we're gonna do. So let's put in some terminology here. So those RFCs, I'm going to okay, send I've got send for so they're sent to send something to all the other clients. Let's say that's broadcast actually. Send this to the server, broadcast it to everyone, and then there should be something from the server back to all the clients, and that is a update. Let's say that. Okay, so terminology, send only to server, broadcast to all clients, for instance, input, and update would be server to clients, the authoritative data, e.g. position, spawn, kill, etc. So everything that the server needs to have a say in. I think this will work properly. Yes, that will work properly. So I don't know what we were sending. Basically, this is fun. What this does here is it sends the position to the server, but in case of server authoritative flow, it doesn't really need to do that. The server only needs to send it to the others. So this definitely does not need to be set. That only needs to be set. And is mine is actually not correct here, because they should all be owned by the server. Huh. That's interesting, because yeah, let's get into that in a little bit. I've got a send target, a broadcast target, and I've got a init int RC's update position. So this thing should only be update position should only be sent from the server to the clients. Yes, because it's update. Tricky stuff, this. All right, so what happens now, for instance, I'm gonna label them now. So this is input. No, hold on. This is something else. Spawn, for instance. And this would be input. And then the server will say position of every client to every client. Yeah, that basically works. And then every client will already run their simulations based on the positions, based on the input, and then it will adjust the positions by the updates that the server gives. Let's see if this works anywhere near logical. Because right now what needs to be done here is take into account the actual timing. Let's see how we sync that up. The server will have to get, oh yeah, of course, the server can just get the time from each. That way we can also just immediately have a ping time. It will get the time for every client at the start and just offset it with its own time. Somehow I think that this is not correct yet. No, it is not correct. They have to all start the game at the same time. So the game start time, that's the time that needs to be set somewhere. Game time, I think that we should put that in here. There should be something called oh, that's not here. Let's just put that after this. Public static int game start. It's weird to put an actual setter here, but I think, yeah, it makes sense actually. Start game. Oh, that would set the game start to the current time, but only if it's 0. If game start, no, let's not do that now. I'll do some checking later. Game start would just become the current ticks. What we can do now, oh, void. What we can do now is get the, I'll add seconds as well, and I'll just copy this. The game ticks will be ticks minus game start. Am I doing this? Yeah, it's way too complex. Way too complex. Super much more simple. Super much more. I'll just do this. I'll reset ticks to 0 at the start of the game. Why not? It's way simpler, because before the game, players won't need to not be dependent on any timing. Even if you let them run around in a little like a pre-game thing, you can start that one as well at a certain point. Maybe that would have an offset. We'll see about that, but I think this will be easier. So basically now we have to use that in some way. And join channel, that's fine. Channel ID needs to be the channel ID that it will get from the in-between server. So from where is it? I don't have it here anymore. Do I? Here. From this servers that I have here, this thingy. It's a lot. It probably somehow maybe doesn't even make sense to some of you anymore, but I will get a channel ID that means the game ID as well. So there's a game ID within the server, and there's a server game ID that will come from spawning a server. In the channel, it should start a game at a certain point. That's also fine. This is local. And locally, basically, I'm just starting with channel 1. I have to do those. What's this? Oh, this is server part. Yeah. Sorry, client side. Client side, this was an IP address I got last time. What I'm doing now is actually different. So what I'm going to do here as well is set some things. So if this is Unity editor, then I'm going to start a client locally, and else that's when I'm going to start the coroutine. Basically not good. I'm going to do this entire thing here. Create game. Don't need that. and then just do another start for, come on. For the case that it is running as an actual server. All right, so that's good. Now I've got this local thingy. What are you? Who are you paying respects to, huh? Is that a spammer? You just rejoined, I guess. Makes sense. Let's see, blah, blah, blah. So start client will just start the client for the local server. That's actually not true. What I'm going to do, because I want to, of course, I want to be able to connect to the actual server as well at a certain point in the Unity editor. So I'm going to have this serialized field connect to localhost. And it's going to be true by default. No, that's bullshit. It's going to be false by default. And this will be different. Okay. So if connect to localhost, then I will start a client here. Else I will start a coroutine to create game. Right. With that, create game, at the end, it will start a client from the actual IP address it got back. This does not work yet in the cloud with the code I made here, because it first has to start the server and it has to do another request to see if it has even started the server, and then it will get an IP address. So this doesn't work yet, but I'll see about that in some other time. This is not the most interesting part. The most interesting part now is to get the logic working. So basically now I have to set in the client scene. Why is this not working? There we go. Scene game, client scene. Yes, connect to localhost. All right, that's turned on now. And then I can use the server scene over here. Then I have to do another couple of things to make sure the server doesn't run anything specifically graphical. And I won't do that on stream, I think, but I will tell what I'm going to do. So basically the player spawner will spawn a prefab, and in the prefab I will set stuff like it's got an animator, it's got a well, what does it have? All these things that are useless for the server. So all these objects with meshes on them really take up some processing power, which they don't need to. So this one will get a script that says remove on server. I'll actually do it now. Client only. Client only. If I put client only on something, then it will let's just do it on awake. It will kill it. So client only, somehow it needs to know if it's on client or server. How do I know this? That is by knowing, interesting actually. So basically if there's a server logic instance. So I will actually public static bool on server. On server would be true here. And then I would actually, that's bullshit, get private set. It can only be set here. On server, so in client only I can check if server logic dot it's simply that I like my code. Brian asks why I'm not putting private or public in front of this, and that's just because I am coding a lot in C# and I like my code to be as compact as possible, and basically default private default access for a function is private. So this I can leave it away, I can leave it out, I can keep it in, it doesn't matter. So you can have a choice. It's basically code flavor, which one you prefer. And I prefer them not to be there because I like my code to be as compact as possible. That's all. I could put it there, no problem. And it might make more sense if for people who are not used to like private is default or whatever, for Java or for other languages, or people who go like between languages a lot, but it's simply keeping it short. And I guess that for some people it won't even make sense, because some people, it's just a discussion. There's no right answer there. It's just preference. Some people would say, but it gets more clear by putting that in front of it. But that would also include the same people, and I know some of them. I know I could point them to you. That could also go for people who say that this is static, this is not player name, where is it? I should always put this in front of anything that is a class variable. But to me, that also goes too far. And yeah. So basically, if server logic.onServer, I have to destroy the game object, destroy self. Huh, interesting. I did not know that one. That's an extension. So destroy immediate. Yeah, why? Destroy. I will destroy the game object. The thing is, will it also destroy all the children? I don't know, actually. Let me see. Ba-dum, 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 bum-bum, ba-ba-da-ba-bum. Unity destroy all children. Really? All right. That's a bit of I want to go into all the children and destroy them. Yeah, but that's not true though. Because if the children have children of their own, won't they just not be destroyed as well? Damn. This is a bit of a pickle. Let's see. I'm going to go to server scene and start this thing up. This thing. Come on. There we go. Game test loading. And now let's spawn a dude. I can't spawn a dude. Oh, darn. What is happening? Oh, there we go. Some stuff is going wrong here. Oh, that's just that. Okay, so basically I just can't spawn people just. Am I not getting anything? Oh, there we go. Run. Okay. Game test running or not? Super weird that it takes so long. I don't know what's going on here. Whoa. What's going on? Let's see. Something. Oh, it's not that bad. Oh, well, okay. So I don't know why this is so slow then. Oh, ha, I know. I set the server to update 1 frame per second. Pretty sure that is the reason that stuff is so slow. Let's go. Yeah, target frame rate is 1. Let's just make sure that I do that only when I'm not in Unity standalone. What? Windows. Why is that not a thing? Why am I not getting any help from IntelliSense? Weird. I'm not sure, but that's for running the I should actually have a Unity standalone Linux. That's the only one that it needs to do this for, but let's do that later. Now it should run more smoothly. It still doesn't have anything else going on here. Game test is loading. Game test is loaded. I said game test is loaded. What's going on here? It's still slow. It's extremely slow. Okay, so something is not right. I should do some profiling here. Won't do that now. I'll just write a little bit more code. Jeez. No, I wanted to actually check this if it's working, so I need to do this. Dang. Analysis, profiler. There we go. And okay. The profile is on. Okay. And there we go. Play. And we're going. That looks like some very weird shit. Or is that VSync? Yeah, that's VSync. Let's turn that off. Still a shitload going on here. Oh wow, it's still set to 1 frame per second. What didn't it get from me there? That I told it not to do that. It is Unity editor, so... Huh. Let me just remove this completely. See if that gets better then. Can I see their script there? It is gone there. Okay, so I should be able to run this usually, like normally. It still looks super slow. Very weird, eh? How can it still be 1? Well, let me just say else 0 means unlimited. And I am in editor. Yeah. Oh my god, what happened to Unity there? I don't think it's going to help us today. Was it still running? Oh god, it was still running, was it? Alright, I'm going to close it down. See if that helps. God. Right now it should show here, right? As a problem. It does not. That is so insane. Outranked 2. And here, yes, not responding. Super nice. I don't know what went wrong there, but I'm gonna start it once more before I give up today. Ah man. So before people start leaving, I'll spam you with some links. So this is the most important one, I guess. Well, yeah. This is the most important one. What? Come on. I was saying. Yeah, that's the Discord for Outranked. So definitely check that out. You can get the beta key to test all this once it's testable, but already you can claim it and then join the other people who test here. And then there is the Steam page. Well, that's all linked from here. That's that landing page. And then there is something else that if you haven't seen it yet, I would hope you check it out. It's my Ludum Dare game. It's that link. So basically a lot of links there. And well, the first one, the Discord one, I would really recommend you get in because it's just going to be a free opportunity to test the game that will be a little bit paid. It's not going to be expensive, but it will be a little bit. It will cost a little bit of money. Yes, here we go. So I'm thinking that something is wrong with my whole computer here because this is all slow. Maybe I should just reboot. I'll put this to Windows actually for now. Holy mother. That takes a long time. Unity collab. I don't even want collab. Oh, I have to remove that from the project still, I guess. Yeah, I didn't do that bit of project initialization. Initialization. That's a nice word. Initialization. You'd love that kind of words, like Sia. Let's see. All right. Let's just see what it does now. Will it? Whoa, that's so much better. What changed? All right, it's fine. What was I actually doing here? I tried to spawn a player here, but then it didn't really do that. Ranky Blue. Oh, it has spawned. The thing is, it worked. All right, nice. So what it did here, because it is a server, we got the same thing. It's the character with everything. The animator should still be thrown off. It's got everything except the graphics. So this will sync the character movement. It will do everything except animate and stuff like that. So basically, it works finally. Client only, and then also I'll add some mono behaviors to remove. Mono behavior components to remove. I hope I can do that actually at runtime. Well, if we got the if already. Duh. I'm not only gonna destroy this game object, but before that, I'm actually going to go. Hold on. It should be an array for each mono behavior component in component in components to remove. Our component dot destroy. Oh, actually can destroy separate components as well, right? Yeah, cool. Component. Because then, yes, now I can, for this, where is it? Ranky. On this, it says client only, but I can also remove that's going to be a bit hard. Can I actually drag these? That would be nice and amazing. Animator? No, I cannot. So then I have to open another inspector. Add inspector tab. This is a bit hard, so I will lock that one. Okay, so components to remove this animator. I cannot. That's interesting. Okay, so it's not mono behavior then. Bam. Component? I can't really think that would be it. Oh, I can do that. Okay, that's better then. Interesting. So basically now I should see that if I run the server scene, it should be even cleaner. That was middle mouse to close this. If I run this scene and spawn one of those guys, yep, no more animator there. Missing. Good. Because then character script should make sure that the animator is actually there. So basically have to make sure that I'm on a server. I'm not on a server when I'm actually going to. Yes, that's the walk animation. That part. Yeah. I have to. Yeah, walk animation, walk animation, walk animation. I basically can say if server logic dot. No, what did I say? On server, there we go. So basically I have to reverse it. If I'm not on the server, then I will do the animation. Is there anything else referring to animator here? No. Nice. So basically just doing that when I'm on the server, not on the server. So now it should still run. Next thing I'm gonna look into is for these characters. So what I've now done, I will show this next time. I probably will have it fixed. I should not use set target. I will set RFC's broadcast target because that's just input. And that would be send. When I do broadcast, I can set target others. Yes. And then, yeah, that's it. This should already work, kind of. I'm just gonna check it out. So the owner will only be the server. So let's see if I can make that work. And if I can't right now, then I just have to look into the logic of creating the character. So basically player spawner here. If it is pressed, then I'm instantiating, but let's not do that. I'm gonna send to the server that they will instantiate. That's actually gonna be the client logic has no. Oh, the character has the TN object. Oh yeah, true. So how will I be able to send something to? Okay, so that instantiate, I need to know how to instantiate something. How to send a call to the server to instantiate. I'm pretty sure I cannot find that in a second. tnet3. It's a remote function call, but it's without an object. Yeah, I'm gonna look that up. That's gonna take some more time. Time I don't have right now because tomorrow it is Monday and I have to work and I really need to go to sleep soon. So I will leave it at this for this moment. I will put a to-do here for myself, but next time that I'm streaming, which would be Tuesday, unless I'm busy, I'm gonna say, yeah, no, I'll definitely be streaming Tuesday. Same time, of course, but I will have done something about this already, so I will just show it quickly after that. But what I'm gonna do, instantiate with server ownage, ownership, ownage. Okay, that's what I'm gonna do next time. So that's where I'm closing this off and closing the rest off as well. Yes. That one, I'm closing that session so that the server shuts down as well. And this I will just put there. That Unity scene is now updating. Meanwhile, I can commit all this. This is starts the server authoritative. Geez, what a word. Start server authoritative model, communication model. Removes client only objects and components. For now, for the ones I have right now. And I'm pushing as well, so that will be it for now. I said last time that I might have some music made for Outranked already. Well, the idea is still in my head, but I didn't make it yet, so that will be hopefully next time, but no, not Tuesday. I still have quite a bit of work to do, but yeah, I'm not going to be able to do that. So that will be some other time. For now, I'm just going to leave you with the music for the last link I just sent, the Ludum Dare game that I made in 48 hours by myself from scratch. That's the League of Ultra Normal Detectives. Check it out if you want. It's a nice example of what I can do in a short amount of time when I'm really focused and scoping. Why I'm also saying this is because next week on Sunday, same time, I will be doing a special stream. It's going to be the post-mortem. So I'm going to show and explain the entire process of making that game in 48 hours, how I did that, and showing, just the planning and how to... Actually, it's going to be filled with like tips on how to make a game work in a game jam. Because I've done, I think, 12 of those now, serious game jams, including this last one, which I was really satisfied with and got some pretty good feedback from on. This is the music from that, which I also made in that 48 hours. If you didn't like, follow, subscribe, whichever are applicable. I know subscribe is also a thing on Twitch, but I meant on YouTube subscribing. On Twitch, definitely try following. We do need the little bit of extra followers on Twitch for getting into the affiliate program, which would be very nice. Just 3 more, I think. So if you could do that, we'd be very grateful. And other than that, I can say nothing more, but see you next time, hopefully. And enjoy this little bit of music, and that's it. Thanks for watching again, and have a good one.